Edgar Ortega here, handsome blind guy. I'm popping on here real quick to make this video on this rainy day to give you guys a great strategy that you can use, a practice that you can use to shift the way you think about the world, about your life for the better. If you have anxiety, depression, lots of people deal with these sort of things, or if you simply think that life shouldn't be as difficult as it is, this can be extremely helpful. And it's simply a way of shifting how you think and view the world. If you're interested in the great mysteries of life or simply want to make your life better, then be sure to subscribe to this channel. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell and you get updates each time I upload a new video. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now and like this video. Now, this strategy that I learned, I heard it one day. I don't remember where I heard it, but I recognized the truth in it right away. And it has to do with learning to ski. And the idea is that there are two ways of learning to ski. The first way is to, as you're going down the hill, avoid the trees, right? And so you're going down the hill, you're constantly looking for trees. The problem there is, as you're going down the hill looking for trees, inevitably you're looking at one and you're going to hit another one. And that's how it goes. If you learn to ski by learning to avoid the trees, you'll be looking for the trees. Now, our minds have an interesting filter in that it looks for only very specific things and it filters out everything else. And so if you view the world looking for trees, you're going to do everything in that same way, whether it's looking at the problems in life, right? You may have a goal and you may be discouraged from that goal because you see all the obstacles that are in the way of you completing that goal or even beginning to pursue the goal. All you see is the trees. And maybe you even start working on your goal and then you get a little frustrated because of all the trees you see, right? And you're looking at one of the trees or problems and another problem that you don't expect, you run right into it and it kind of takes you out. And so you're constantly looking for trees. You're constantly looking for problems and of course, it seems like they're everywhere and eventually one could take you down. Now, the second way that you can learn to ski, and the more efficient, not only to ski, but for application in life, as we're discussing today, is not to look for trees to avoid, but to follow the snow. In other words, stay on your path. The trees are there, but you are focused on the path. Simply follow the snow, and you'll be less likely to run into one of those trees because you are looking at your path. You see it ahead of you. You may not see the finish line, but you can see ahead of you as far as you can go. I'm visually impaired, as many of you know, and I use a white cane, and I can only see as far as my cane can feel, if that makes sense. And if you're skiing, you may not be able to see the finish line or the bottom of the hill, but at least you can see a little bit in front of you. But you're following the snow. You're following your path. And you know those trees are around you, but you are so focused on the path that life goes smoother, right? And you're not as worried about the trees because you're simply focused on doing what you're doing. Just as in life, if you stay on path of your goal and you know that the problems are going to come along, but you understand that the problems and obstacles are not something to impede your way, but they are, in fact, part of the struggle of getting to your goal. They're a part of your path. The Stoics might say that the obstacle is the way, right? So this is put in front of you. You're simply being trained now with this new way of thinking to go around it instead of constantly looking for the problems. So if you're going through life constantly looking for trees, all you're going to see is the problems, right? And you're going to smack into one. If you go through life with a goal and you see your path, even if you don't see the finish line, at least you're following what you can see in front of you. You're following your goals. You're chasing after something. And even if you don't have a very specific goal, you take a more relaxed view of it. You can look at the world, just simply everyday problems, or you can view the world as something to enjoy, as a path, as something for you to use to develop yourself, to make yourself better. If you're constantly worried about the problems, it's going to take time away from all the good things, right? Just as our brain can focus on all the good things that we see in the day, people often use that to focus on all the bad things, right? Some people look at people, they meet them, and they right away look for something they don't like, right? They look for something they don't like in the person, and so they're looking for the trees. They go to a place they weren't necessarily wanting to go to. Maybe they're dragged there by a friend or family member, and they're looking for all the reasons to hate being there. They're looking for trees. Perhaps things are not perfect in your family, with your spouse, with your kids, with where you want to be in life, right? And then you get kind of bogged down by this constant idea of whether it's responsibility or simply you're not doing what you want to do. You're looking for the trees and you're hitting them, and they're preventing you from going down the hill. They're preventing you from following the path. So if we're following the snow, life will go a lot smoother. So instead of looking for trees, follow the snow. Instead of looking for things to dislike about people, look for things to like about people. Instead of focusing on all the things that are annoying in your day, look for all the things that you enjoy during the day, all of the good things. Just as we can complain, we can also tell people about all the good things that are going on in our lives, that are happening in our day, right? We don't have to talk about all the trees that we avoided all day or all the trees that are in our way in life, right? Do you have many problems in your life? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Depends how many trees are on that hill, on that thing called your life, right? But it is also a matter of what you're focusing on. So if you focus on the path, you focus on all the good things, you focus on your goals, life's going to be a lot easier, and you're not constantly thinking about all the things that weigh you down. So go about life following the snow instead of looking for trees. So use that. Think about it. I hope it's helpful to some of you guys. And if it has been, if you like this video, be sure to give it a like and share it if you want to. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to this channel. Hit the subscribe button and leave me a comment. How do you view life? Do you view life by seeing all the problems? Or do you tend to follow the snow? Let me know in a comment, and that helps me out as well. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow the snow.